Some volunteer workers are entitled to workers' compensation benefits and some are not. If you are volunteering your time and are not receiving any financial consideration for it, technically you're a volunteer and you would not be entitled to workers' compensation benefits. However, even if you receive some other type of benefit for your volunteering, whether that be free room and board, that could be considered financial compensation. There are certain statutes that protect volunteers such as firefighters, emergency personnel, EMS drivers, people who sit on Board of Educations, people who volunteer their time to be on a council or a board. So long as their injury results from their course of, I'm going to put quotes around this, employment. In other words, they are performing the duties of their public volunteering, then they would be entitled to the coverage through the Workers' Compensation Act. So for instance, if a volunteer fireman, even though he's not getting paid for performing his services, is injured while he responds to a fire, he or she is entitled to coverage under the Workers' Compensation statute. If a Board of Education member who is not being paid for his or her services is injured while stepping down from the area where he or she serves his or her role, then he or she would be entitled to workers' compensation benefits. So if you are a volunteer and you've been injured while volunteering, you should first notify whoever it is that you're providing that volunteer services for notice of the accident and the injury that you sustained. Because notifying whoever it is that you're volunteering for is the first step. Because oftentimes the employer for whom you're volunteering might take the position, hey, you're a volunteer, you're not entitled to benefits. However, as a volunteer, if you're receiving some kind of compensation, whether that be in terms of money or in terms of, say, room and board or a hotel room or a substantial meal, or if you've been paid for your training for that volunteer work, you might be entitled to compensation if that injury happened while you were volunteering. If you have been injured in the course of your employment, contact the Epstein law firm and we will help navigate you through this process. Most people who have been injured at work have never been injured at work before, so the circumstances might feel frightening or scary or uncertain. We're here at the Epstein law firm to take that uncertainty out and help you through the process.